A wrangle has ensued among community members in Pulungu Ward 23 of Lusaka's Chazanga area. The residents are divided on the issue of where water should flow after the heavy downpour of rains in the area. After the downpour of rains, the main road usually gets heavily flooded and some of the water pours into people's yards. In a bid to shield themselves from this, a certain section of residents within the area, including a local church, Fountain of Love, decided to raise some money, about 5,500 kwacha, and built a wall fence along the boundary of the land that belongs to the church. This did not go well with another section of residents and eventually led to them having a sit-down with area Induna under Headman Chipwaula. Here, it was agreed that the wall fence would be maintained, but a hole should be drilled within the wall fence to at least allow some water pass through. In a turn of events, about 2 weeks after the agreement, the wall fence was suddenly demolished by those that felt aggrieved. Secretary to Headman Chipwaula, Induna James Chipwaula, explains more.
I found that the wall fence was erected where water used to pass through, and we had a meeting. I called for a meeting with the residents around, including the pastor for the church. On the meeting, we agreed that we should make some openings, which we call the breather, for the water which gathers at the road. So, entirely, the community and the church, we were happy with the decision that we made together. And it's unfortunate that today, minus my concern, or maybe minus calling anyone, somebody had come at the ground where the offense was erected and had to demolish the offense. The same place where it was closed by the church, that's where water used to pass through in a long time. So we would be proud if we see the church, they involve themselves to open where water should pass through, that this problem should put to an end.
Elida Kabwe is one of the residents that contributed money towards building the wall fence.
This area, the paripitamish, when nishtwale shtama plots. Number from nowhere, mama shofia shtama bukula ingira. Mayanda monse mchechi yale toba. Koto sheta decide. No, leken tubike ka offense. So that ameshi yela ingira mayanda mienso no kutoba chechi no kuingira mchechi. Up to pulpit yale fikamish. Koto shepanga agreement yako panga offense. Twas talk with Vanduna or James known as Vanduna. For which days at Wapanga meeting we agreed. Oh, can't you go to my breather to really. Now yesterday what happened didn't flare Shiloka from nowhere for which days about Mendo at Wasang October without our consent. Was about what was some French number and then said Friday. So to Lombako Bomaga, what station, what we shake up on a fake at one shake.
They were on a spirit. So nikana kwa mene kuno kwa Chazanga. Kuno ni kwa Chazanga manzi yavuta vazoona. Bati mkulizana wene kapena nikusaenda ku maskulu kwa mene kusapunzira sitiziva. Venango ita wapanga, venango wapasula. Taimu ya mvula. Abantu so chape maplani uyutwake. Mvula ikasira aliyense ni papoa. So pano pamene tichita aliyense azikonzera pake pamene ankala. Winango chikamubaba muyembekeza wa 7 wa siriza. Winango apo pongoshola. So kuno kuzafa abantu kuno bantu zizapayana. Through months pamene apa.
And a member of the very local church, Fountain of Love, had this to say.
Chanting a cheat, bantu are taking advantage out at ni church kubevantinga kambi so vachita vili vonse so if it member kwa chabe government ndiye fanika chabe yanganepo manzi yangena mchurch. That's why tinachita decide utiti mange apa so that manzi asazingena mchurch tingaleko safe side na ife manzi yativutisa maningi ngana maningi muja tinamanga kaja kambaga lauti manzi yangena but still manzi yakabwera yangena. That's why tinapanga kumitita bilizana tamanga pamene atikwanya so pamene apanya still manzi ishazangu ngena futi mchechi because manzi siyama bwera mushe manzi yakara.
However, when contacted for a comment, area councilor and Lusaka deputy mayor Christopher Shakafuswa had this to say.
I want to urge Headman Chipwaula and his committee to actually stop giving land indiscriminately on road reserves. We are having road wrangles almost every day where he's been giving people to close off existing roads. And I think that is very wrong. Because this is not the first complaint we're having. We have closures of roads on a daily basis. And when I go there, I'm finding that Headman Chipwaula is the one that closed the road. No, I haven't been well. I'm actually speaking from home. I haven't been well. I'm on bed rest. Otherwise, should I feel better tomorrow or Saturday, I'll go on the ground to see what is pertaining. But suffice to say that we'll never shy away as a local authority when a wrong is being committed either by the church, an individual, a marketeer, or whoever it is. We need to follow these bylaws. They are there to bring about sanity.
Virginia Chilongo, Movie TV News, Lusaka.